7 rush. Front 7 rush. Yeah, we that. Front 7 rush. 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 What's front 7 rush? Front 7 rush. Go get it. Front 7 rush. 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 It's time to make these players recognize this our season, y'all. When they cross the line, off the top they hitting brick walls. We've been playing hard this whole game, but we bout to rush. Now it should be about that time to second guess the beating us. Front 7, that's a fact, and we ain't giving you slack. Beating on my chest after knocking down your quarterback. You ain't know, you're playing with some real defenders. Form tight, stance right, organized killers. All defense all the time, we don't finish last. When it's said and done, you'll hear it on the podcast. Front 7 rush, they'll have a lot to say. It was fun, but we got more games to play.
Conquerors, Warriors, welcome into another edition of the Front 7 Rush Show. I'm your man, Vince Ingram. Got my superstar, superfly producer, big time Bijan Kelly.
Big time. What's up?
BJ, what's the deal, man? What's the deal?
Ah, man. Good times. Good times. Working hard at this new job, making a name for myself, you know, making waves.
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
What's going on in the Ingram world?
Man, you know, just moving and shaking. Matter of fact, man, I don't know how many we got in yet, but we're going to keep plugging Miss Houston's throughout the show tonight, man, because, look, man, them dirty snow cones I was telling you about, man.
I got to have one. Got to try one.
Going bananas, dude, okay? The dirty snow cones and margaritas, man. By the way, we do happy hour on Friday from 6 to 8. You know what I mean? Half off on margaritas, all the nachos you can eat. Hey, I'm telling you, if you're in the area, close to the area, the Tyler, Texas area, any East Texas, anything around the East Texas area, y'all need to come out to Miss Houston's. I'm telling you.
Are y'all
Fridays,
experimenting with
6
flavors?
to 8, Saturdays, 12 to 8.
Yep.
Sundays, 12 to 6. I'm telling you, man, you will not be disappointed. Google us if you think I'm bull jiving.
Google Miss Houston's. Yeah. Are y'all experimenting with flavors?
What do you mean? Experimenting,
like,
meaning?
I know y'all had like a lot of flavors that y'all started off with, but you know, as
dirty joints.
Yeah, the dirty ones.
Okay, so we have a peach flavored dirty snow cone. We have a pineapple flavored dirty snow cone.
I might try that one.
We have a strawberry and mango combined flavored dirty snow cone.
Oh, I know that one hits.
Yeah, and we have a tamarind that we offer flavored dirty snow cone. However, I mean, if you come to us and you be like, man, can you put a little coconut in mine? You know what I mean? We aim to please, man. We aim to please. So, I mean, it's there. You know what I mean? That's just our signatures. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
But we're willing, man. And hey, listen, everybody thus far, man, from what I've gathered, has been pleased.
I'm gonna need some chamoy in mine. I'm gonna have to make a michelada.
The tamarind one is called Down and Out, and it has chamoy in it.
Ooh.
It has tamarind, chamoy, okay, a little bit of vodka, and a little bit a mixture of some like some Long Island iced tea flavor.
Vodka, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all got actual liquor.
Yeah, man, we're not playing. I mean, see what a lot of people don't understand. Let me clear that up now. You have to stay on a certain percentage. So they sell that vodka in the percentage that enables us to sell it.
Perfect. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what they do is, BJ, they will, when you go to your liquor distributor, they'll ask you what your TABC number is. You get a number, Texas Alcohol Beverage Commission number that you get. And then they just plug your number in. You get them that number, they plug your number in, that tells them exactly what they can and what they can't sell you at the distributor.
Oh, that makes it easy.
Yeah, it's simple, man. A lot of people, it's just, you don't know until you know.
Yeah, when there's people getting in trouble on both sides, they're like, "Nah, let's just create a
Yeah,
system."
right. Because the guy, I was like, when I first started ordering it, I was like, so what do I need to do? Do I need to, give you a copy of my license? No, just give me the number. Actually, I didn't even give him the number.
Easy.
He just asked me what the name of my establishment was, and he just plugged Miss Houston's in, and the number came up.
Eh,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
just like that, man. Yeah, just like that. Okay, what time you gonna pick it up? I was like, damn, just like that. And he was like, yeah, just like that.
Just like
Yeah,
that.
but they are, hey, man,
Ooh,
again,
Xavier
they
got
are,
something.
they are, very popular and becoming more popular, man. Dirty snow cones, brother.
Hey, hey,
Yeah,
hey.
yeah.
Xavier said, "Hey, I got brisket nachos and brisket link sandwich for a travel nurse a couple of weeks ago. He said it's the best smoked meat he's had in Texas. He complimented the smoke flavor and tenderness. Keep up the good
Mhm.
work."
Thank you, Xavier. Thank you. And that's kind of how we've been growing, man. Just word of mouth like that. Um,
Yeah.
Family members, friends, people who frequent it often, they're sending people by. Hey, go check it out. When people come, they'll say, yeah, so and so sent me by. So I've been meaning to get by. So and so been telling me about it. This person been telling me about it. And when they get there, hey man, it's like the Carter, man, on New Jack City. You seen New Jack City, right?
Yeah, too long ago though. Too long
Oh
ago.
man, what Nas in,
But
man? Anyway, it's like the
that's the
Carter,
one with what's his name? The
Wesley
very yeah,
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Carter. Once they get in, don't get out.
Mm.
That
Hey,
product is that good.
you still got I don't know if he was your cousin. On the what do you call it? A grill? What's that big old smoker? That big
Mm-hmm.
old
Yeah,
he's still
yeah,
manning that.
yeah,
Hey.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we're doing well, man. My
I'd
mom
say
does a lot
kiss
of
the
the.
cook, but you don't want to kiss that guy.
Nah, you don't kiss that turkey, man. Now my mom does a lot. You can kiss her, but
Yeah.
yeah, the other cat you don't want to kiss him. Yuck. Just thinking about it.
Shaking my head. Broderick said, shaking my head. What's going on?
I
What's
don't
he
know why
shaking his
Cuz
head
shaking
for?
his head. I don't know. I don't tell him why that dude shaking his head, man. But Xavier, yeah, we appreciate it. Send them by. Send them by.
Yep.
That is awesome. That is awesome. See that type of thing right there is awesome, man. We're on Yelp. You Google us, Miss Houston's. We got 5-star rating. Our staff is excellent, man. It's just like family when you come. It's just like family, man. Everybody that comes is I mean, you're definitely welcome. We want you to feel welcome. Sit down, have a seat. There is a nice fight this weekend, man. Uh it's a nice fight this weekend. Devontae Adams, I believe, is fighting.
Oh yeah. And y'all
I'm
got the
thinking we may.
TVs, do
Yeah,
the pay-per-view.
yeah. I have to
Man.
talk to the staff, man, but I'm thinking we may stretch it out, sir, to see if we can have a
That's
fight.
actually that's a perfect the way you have it built now
Yeah.
the way you expand it into. I mean, yeah, the TVs, the big open area, the
Mhm.
easy visibility,
Yeah.
nice and
That it's
loud
gonna
out
be at
there,
night. It's gonna be a little cool. We're gonna have our
mm,
fans going. I mean, hey,
dirty snow
we're gonna have
cones.
the beer ice cold, the dirty snow
Ah, you
cones
got
in the
beer
place.
now too. Man, why
Yeah.
does it gotta be in Tyler?
Hey man.
Man,
Yes, that's where you never know,
you
man. We
got
may
beer
branch
now
out
too.
at some point. You know what I'm saying? We may branch out and bring something to the Houston area. We may be able to take some to the Louisiana area, close to Tyler or whatever. But right now, man, that's the home base, baby. That's where it's got to
I
start
went
somewhere.
I went a little too early. I went when there was just virgin drinks.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You gotta
man,
get
I
back
bet it's
now.
a real. I mean, it was already a cool atmosphere, but I bet a little, now with the
Yeah,
drinks flowing.
Yeah.
Man,
You know what? Some kind of way, man. I don't even know how. I don't even know how. But I kind of gauge things on what I see in my mind, before it happened, right?
yeah,
So I've seen in my mind before it happened the cars that's lined up where they like one behind each other. You know what I'm saying? In the drive-through. So week after week, you'd have one car through the drive-through, one car in the drive-through, one car in the drive-through.
yeah.
So now, as we progress more and more, you're starting to see three cars in the drive-through, four cars in the drive-through. Yeah. So we're getting there.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
We're getting there to the point that where we got to say, hey, drive around the building and we'll bring you, you
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Doing them how Chick-fil-A and all them do.
All like all them
Hey,
do. Yeah.
just pull around the front and someone will walk out to you.
Bring it out
Nice.
to you. And it's just I don't know, man. You just just have thoughts or whatever that, this is what I see. And I mean it like weeks, sometimes less than a month later, I'm seeing it. I'm visibly seeing it. So it's great, man. God is good. We're gonna keep rocking out. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. As long as you do, push out a great product, man, have great customer service. I'm telling y'all again, if anybody can hear my voice, I'm telling you, you need to come to Miss Houston. If you ain't been and you're in the Tyler area, I want to talk bad to you right now, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I really want to do it, but I'm not gonna do it. Just make sure you get by that.
Hey,
Straight
you
like
you
that.
got you got enough space to do like a drive-in movie situation, huh?
Man, we got enough
Or
space to do whatever, man. Whatever.
I don't
It's
know if you
wide
want all
open.
those cars in there though. But
Man, that's when people and something else, what I learned, man? People are ordinarily nosy,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, yeah.
People are just nosy, man. So when we're loaded with cars, that's when more people stop.
And they're like, "What's this?"
They want to see what's going on. You know what I
See
mean?
people turning down that road. What's down there?
What's going on over
Yeah,
there?
a lot of
I
people.
mean, yeah, it's a lot of people over here. Let me go be nosy, see what's happening. But I mean, I thank
Works
God
out.
for the nosy, cause I mean they turn up in there, and when they walk up in there, oh, I've never been here. What? Let me see what y'all got.
Ooh,
And there you
ooh,
go.
man, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's cool, man. It's
It's
real
better
cool,
than good.
man. Yeah. Hey, man, Ricky Smiley said something the other day. I'm amazing, Ricky. I like Ricky Smiley, man. I like him a lot.
That's the radio guy.
Yeah, that's the radio guy. Yeah. Broderick, that dude says that's the radio guy, man. This dude here, man, he ain't know who Ricky Smiley was, cuz. Ricky
every
Smiley is the
time,
radio guy, man.
every time someone says Ricky Smiley, I think Tom Joyner, and I remember that whole little jingle. But I
Mm-hmm.
know they're two different dudes. Two different
Mm-hmm.
dudes.
Mm-mm. He took, I mean, he replaced Tom Joyner on the show. I think Tom Joyner went somewhere. I think Tom Joyner went somewhere, but Ricky Smiley now has a nice show, morning show in Dallas, man. And he's always doing a lot of what's up, Bodine? He's
Hey,
always
what's
doing
up?
a lot of live stuff. And I know Ricky Smiley, man. I know Ricky Smiley, man, is he's raised his kids and he's raised some nephews and nieces and stuff like that. I think his sister's kids or something, man. But anyway, he's always got something to say about kids because he has his way of raising kids. Okay. Now I wanted to
Okay.
ask you, and most of us, I would guess most of us, if we feel like we was raised well or whatever, then we would try to, use that as a blueprint of how we raise kids, right? So Ricky
Right.
Smiley is always, he's always stated how his grandfather raised him and what he did and how he did and whatever. So Ricky kind of had did his kids the same way
Mm,
and me as well. I
and it's
mean,
working.
well, I don't know if it's working. I'm trying to get
Oh,
to it. I know this is, but I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute. But Ricky did he did a live this morning, and he was basically saying that the kids that's unappreciative, that was raised and still feel like that somebody owe them something, to heck with them. So I don't know if him personally, because
He
he didn't
said, "F
say
them kids."
something like that, close to it. Now remember, it's not him personally. I don't know if it's him personally, but he mentioned, man, just telling the parents, do not, feel bad. If you know you did a good job raising those kids, and then they get up
Mm,
and they life isn't going how they
right,
feel like it should be going, and next thing you know, they hollering, nobody helped them, or da da
right,
da.
right,
And
right,
Ricky
right.
Smiley was like, man, if you got up and you went to football practice and was chauffeur at basketball practice and buying clothes and school clothes and giving lunch money
But
and
I'm not talking about that.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So I mean,
That's not what I meant.
I don't know, man. But he had a long, nice long that he had to get off his spirit. Yeah.
Hmm,
So I mean, I was curious to know, I mean, let me ask Broderick, man, Bodine,
Throwing
what's
out.
y'all thoughts on that, man? With kids, it kind of because kids gonna eventually, man, they gonna grow up, BJ, and they gonna make their own mind up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You just hope what all you instilled in them is enough, and that they make good choices and stuff like that. But ultimately, man, when you become grown, you do what grown-ups do, and you make your own
You make
decision.
your own choices. So he was
Mm.
basically assuring parents, like, "Hey, if your child, you got some wayward children, and you know you did right,
Right.
just sit back and just, I don't know what is he saying? Don't take it hard on yourself. What is that?
Don't blame yourself if this child is coming out and saying, like his upbringing was flawed.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
don't beat yourself up. Don't be like if I should maybe if
mm.
I would have did this or did that, they would have did this or not did that or turned out better or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
You
because
know,
they're just acting entitled.
right. And with,
Yeah.
with that, man, I agree totally with Ricky Smiley, man. I thank God for my boys every day, man, because they both productive citizens and can't beat it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Roger said, "You think they raised the damn cells?" I
Oh
mean,
no, he said, "Cause they think they raised their dang selves, cause."
oh, okay, okay, yeah, man. I mean, and that's what Ricky Smiley is saying, man. Now they and and also he put in that BJ, and I want to speak about this a little bit. When you have a dad like Ricky Smiley that's always on the go, on the road for work, you
Right?
know. So I guess he's getting maybe some pushback for that.
Did he talk specifically about what they
He didn't.
say?
He said everything I just said, but he did say, when you got to work and you got to go and take care of business to provide,
Mm-hmm.
and these kids they need to understand that that's the deal. Now,
Hey,
I would
Lovely.
like to hear from maybe the lovelies of the world when you have kids and you have a demanding job that takes up a lot of time, a lot of back and forth. However, you taking care of, business at home financially and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you have to find a certain medium point. Now, let me tell you, Kevin Hart. I remember Kevin Hart doing an interview, and he actually said, "Now this Kevin Hart."
I think
So,
he does a great job based on what he shows. I don't see what he doesn't show, but based on what he
well,
shows, I
okay.
think
Well, let
he's
me say this then, based on what he shows, because everybody don't have Kevin Hart resources. Now,
true.
Kevin Hart made a comment, and he said he was at somewhere shooting a movie. He took a break, got on a plane, and flew to his daughter's dance recital or whatever it was. When that was over, jumped back on the plane, flew back. Nobody, that's not the real world.
Yeah, no. Oh no. Oh no.
That's
No,
not the
it's
real
not.
world. So I
No.
don't think that we can compare Kevin Hart to the everyday, dad. You know what I mean?
Man.
Um, However, if you the dad, and I guess if you work at the refinery, I guess you either take that day off. Can you afford it? Or you ask the guy you working for, hey, you mind if I take a 2 hour break or whatever? I guess you can do that type of stuff,
Mm,
but if you had a type of
mm,
job where they be like,
yeah.
no, you're not getting off to go to no dance recital.
Yeah.
Your hands are tied, you know?
Do you think do you think by him doing that, I'm not trying to say he's spoiling them, but do you think, like, how does he, there has to be some degree of his children going like, "Oh, every time I need him, he'll be there," which is great. They should feel that way, but I'm talking like to an extreme where they just want to like call him for everything and like think he'll solve every problem,
It's
you
got to
know?
be it, right? It has to
That's
be.
what I'm
It
thinking.
has to drum up to that.
I mean,
You know what
he's
I'm
literally
saying?
flying, like you said, stopping a movie break, flying to you for a
Hmm.
recital and coming back. Like, of course, he's involved in like disputes and all of that. And so, like, I wonder if they just push that button and then, like, daddy's coming, you know? I wonder
I
if
don't. I
they
don't
do
see
that.
how they wouldn't. Do you? I don't see how they wouldn't.
I don't see how they want it. Yeah.
Yeah. And make to make it matters worse, he was like his daughter didn't even realize he was there. I mean, she seemed like, "Hey, daddy," and went on playing with a friend.
Just like it was nothing. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing.
And this dude done
Oh
flew across
man.
the country to be there for an hour. Like you're saying, it sounds like you're saying, is that too much? That may
Yeah.
be too
Is
much,
that
right?
is that too much?
Uh, I would say, yeah, in my position right now, I would say, yeah, but if you have those type of resources, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, is that too much?
Um,
Hmm.
Bodine
Um,
said, you work hard to provide for your kids and you teach them wrong from right. But at the end of the day, they make their own decision. Just pray they make the right one. Yeah.
hey,
That's all
uh,
you can do, man. Because once they get, you know, legal age, man, you can't. I mean, you could talk to you blue in the face, you know what I mean? But at that point, they have to make their own decisions, man, whether it's good or bad, and just be ready for the consequences. The lovely said, at least try to come what was that?
to
two to
two to
three
three
events a
events a
year.
year. Hmm.
That ain't nothing. 2 or 3 events
Yeah,
a
two
year.
to three a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, 2 or 3 a year, boy.
I mean, but
Sit
hey,
down and
that's
work about
better
it.
than nothing. That's better than
That's
no
much
events.
better than nothing. I don't see, and see, Vicky said, yeah, definitely too much. I think she's talking about Kevin
Mm,
Hart. I don't see that, man. That's just way, 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 way too too much. And I think what
way too
BJ
much.
is saying about these kids seeing this type of stuff when
Ooh.
they get older. I mean, they probably don't want to lift their hand and even try. It's just called dad.
And then they have to, in a way, simulate or have enough negative experiences to combat that positive, that really, really big positive experience to get like real world experience, if you know what I mean.
Mm, mm,
Because his daughter, is going to go out and date, and that guy's not going to compare to Kevin Hart.
no, not
He's
at
not
all.
going to hop on a plane every time she has something,
No.
and probably, probably will come with all types of problems that daddy don't,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That
But
bar
hey,
is way up there, man. That bar is
oh
way
yeah.
up there. I mean, are you setting her up for success when it comes to guys, or are you setting her up for, to not
Yeah.
be so successful? Because, a lot of them guys, yeah, like you said, she date, you know, I'm pretty sure most young ladies gonna be like, my dad did this and did that and did this and did
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So yeah, Kev, you might want to back up off that, partner. For real. That's a bit much.
Ooh, man.
That's a bit much. So
And
yeah,
they're young too.
yeah. Yeah.
So, that's them learning that. That's what they're learning right now. But
Mm-hmm.
that's dope that he can do that. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have kids.
yeah, it's fly to death, huh?
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. You just
It
jump
is
on a
pretty cool.
plane and fly across the country to go to the dance recital for an hour. Get back on the plane, fly back to wherever.
Sounds like he's killing himself, but hey.
Yeah.
Because I know plane trips, I would never fly anywhere for an hour. Just to, even if, I don't know, maybe if I was rich, I would. I don't know. But you're getting off of work and doing that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you if you got a kid, man, that does change things. So
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
can never say never until you put in that position. And
Yeah.
you had a daughter. Once you
Mhm.
get your daughter, and we're in wherever,
What?
we're in wherever New York having a meeting or something. You got to get back to Houston to
Oh, no,
because
I'm
you're
not. Nah. For an
okay.
hour?
Oh, for an hour.
I
Okay.
ain't doing it. I ain't doing
Okay.
it. It's
If
gonna be
we have
FaceTime.
if the men no, you can't FaceTime the damn because you and the mother you and the baby mama don't get along. So she ain't finna FaceTime the dance thing. You know what I'm saying? Your pops and mom, they're working, they can't make it.
I ain't
So
doing it.
I mean, the
Ain't doing
last time you spoke to little Bijan, she said,
it.
Dad, I can't wait for you to see me in the dance recital,
I'll see the video.
Friday, you know,
Oh
and I
yeah, I'll
can't
see the
wait,
video.
Dad. Can we go get some ice cream afterwards? You're gonna be like, damn, I'm supposed to be in New York Friday. How the hell I'm gonna do this? But you got resources. You know what I mean? You got
Not to
resources.
get there that fast to stay for
You,
an hour.
you got resources at that time. You be like, damn, yes, I'm gonna push off at 1. The recital is at 5. We don't have another meeting till Saturday afternoon. We got lunch with
Nah,
2 cats. You're gonna be like,
nah.
I'm gonna push off, man, and go to this recital. I'll be back.
Look, maybe if I was in Austin and she's in Houston, like I guarantee he was close. They probably live in California and he was probably working on a movie in California or something like that. Probably close, or at least California to Nevada. But like, nah, New York
Man, I'm
to
just throwing that
Houston.
out there, man.
No, I
Okay, so
know,
you
but
would
I
hop
know
on a
somebody
plane in
would.
Austin and fly down to Houston.
I do that. I do that. Yeah, if I
Okay.
can. But he's flying private, so he's not waiting in lines and stuff. He's just hopping on his private
But
and
BJ, that's where
hopping
you
on the
gotta be,
PJ.
man. Man, you just
Oh well, yeah.
call
Okay,
ahead
I'm
to the door.
assuming I'm not on private, right?
No,
No,
man, you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
never
You're right.
assume that. You on the
You're right.
PJ, baby.
You're
You
right.
on the PJ, man.
You're right. I'm in my PJs on the PJ.
And your PJs on the PJ, man. All you gotta do is call ahead, say, hey man, go ahead and gas up the PJ, man. I gotta run to Houston really quick. I forgot something.
Yep. Man,
Yeah, you
man.
funny. You a funny dude, man. You a
Pilots on
funny dude.
standby.
Yeah, it's gotta be a beautiful thing, right? Gotta be a beautiful thing. I was listening to a show a little while ago, few days ago, and it was basically saying uh, when you're in a toxic, situation, right, and
Right.
you're back and forth and back and forth, okay. You know how people kind of break up, make up the breakup, or break up the makeup, what they call it. So you're back
Uh,
and forth, man. I wonder at what point is enough enough? Because from my understanding, when you first meet somebody, and
mhm.
at first, let's say you with them a year, okay, and let's say 7.5 months, man, it's lovely. You just like on top of the world,
Beautiful.
beautiful, man, on top of the world.
If you last 7.5 months on top of the world, man, that's a good relationship.
That's a great relationship, right? So
Yeah,
you on top
great.
of the world 7.5 months. That 8 month stuff, I mean, it's kind of start. it ain't the same. Start kind of falling apart. It kind of start getting a bit toxic or whatever, right? That
Hmm.
ninth month is getting worse. You know what I mean? You trying to understand like why you not hit me back? You didn't see me text you, you didn't see me call you, and I just ain't got to it yet. So it starts going downhill. How long do you think you're in the ninth month? How long do you think you'll let that keep going before you say, okay, enough is enough? Does it have to get to a certain level of disrespect, or does it have to stay consistent in it
Oof.
being, what I'm saying,
You
raggedy
don't want my answer.
until you just be like, hey, man, that's a wrap. I'm done.
You don't want my answer, or at least from what I've done in the past. Because I would just stay in the situation, in
Mm.
a non-quit attitude. Like I'm just gonna make it work. The best things in life happen if you just keep pushing and keep working at it and don't quit. But yeah, no, that so far in relationships has not worked out.
So
But then
you
again,
personally, you would just ride that pony out,
I
raggedy,
have.
broke
I
down.
feel I feel now maybe I would hope I got a different, more proactive approach to bad relationships. But no, I used to. Or at least very recently. I just stay in it.
Wow. That's
Like staying in a dirty tub and it's
ooh.
cold.
Oh my
You
goodness,
just
man. Ooh.
just
A dirty tub, man.
you
It's cold. Damn.
just staying in it.
Started out water was warm and clean and just felt like,
Smelling good.
yeah.
You're in there all the way till you can't even smell the soap anymore. You
Oh
just smell the
man.
tub.
The tub. You got film floating around.
Yep,
Ugh,
all
that's
that,
nasty,
all that.
dude. Yeah. That's I mean, I,
Dirty relationship.
yeah. That's a that was a hot topic, man. It was a hot topic. You had a lot of people calling into this particular show saying that they stayed in something like this, man, for like 5, 7 years. You know what I
Five,
mean?
7 years. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Hey, that
had
could have been me.
men and women, man. You had some guys call in and said, they stuff was dirty, man. Like you said, they was in a dirty tub, man, for 6 years. And you had some people saying they still in it. And it's been a
Man,
decade and it's still in it. And it's
it's
just
hard.
it's hard.
You don't want to quit. That's why it's hard. You don't want to like give up because that's what it feels like.
Mm. So you think people be concerned about saying that it didn't work and they gave up? Seems like it ain't working though. Why you in it? You
I
would
don't think
think.
they're seeing it that way. That's like I didn't see it that way. I saw it as like instead of seeing I guess how maybe am I right to say that you'd see it as like a car that's not starting up anymore? You're like, well, I can't drive this, so why let me get rid of it?
Well, um, a car that's not starting up anymore. Yeah, something like that, man. Or
But
a
it's not,
car that's not.
broken down one time. Like we're talking relationship wise, like it's over and
Yeah,
over. It's been
it.
3 2. How long would you deal with something like that?
I don't know, man. Because while they was having this talk, man, I was kind of like saying to myself, like, how long would you think somebody? I don't know. I don't think you can do more than a year trying to fix it.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If because it shouldn't be toxic every day. So of course you get a little you get a little tempted or not tempted, but you get a little it gets good a little bit. And you be like, okay, it's getting better.
Hmm.
And then next thing you know, okay, it's back. And then the next week, it's kind of, it's like the Ike Tina thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You Ike will go off and then he bring flowers. Everybody be smiling. And then 2 days later, he go off again. And then they make up and then they go off. I mean, just that whole tug of war, man.
Yeah. You gotta
It's
you gotta spot that.
It's it
Yeah.
and another thing about it, BJ, I think it could physically make you sick, man. I don't think I know. It could physically make you sick to the point to where when you're not happy, laughing, physically smiling, laughing, stuff like that, I think that's messing with your insides, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So
I
it's
agree. I agree.
yeah. It's
Mentally affecting you physically. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because your appetite is not the same. Your digestive system is a bit off,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? I would think your immune system may be a little down.
It could
You know
make
what
you
I
less
mean?
active.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably laying around, you're wondering when the next bad situation gonna come. So you're mentally drained. Yeah.
Hey, it may I don't I can't say I haven't tried it yet, but um maybe a big part of it is people letting themselves go for the relationship or trying to make that work. Cuz like
Mhm.
you said, right? Like diet, exercise, activity, all that just mentally, just happiness and stuff. If you let's say worked on that and had that yourself personally, you had a good thing going, healthy, happy, and then someone comes in your life that takes away from that. If you were, um I guess the doing the right thing would be to like keep what you got going, keep it
Mhm.
going and not sacrifice like your progress for the relationship. Like, you kind of get what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
if you if you keep up with your daily, stuff and your regiment, like regimen or whatever. What's the word? I don't know. Your freaking schedule, right? I
Right.
feel like when you let somebody or let something interfere with that and that thing isn't nearly as beneficial and you just stay in that and you stay in it and stay in it,
Right.
I think like
It's
back to
not a
what you're
good
saying,
situation, man,
I think
at
it's not a good
all.
situation.
Um, but this
Man, it's
particular
like
this
pulling
par-
teeth out.
yeah, this particular show, man, they was asking people to put a number on it. And people had a lot of different perspectives. It was interesting for me to see all the things and some of the time limit that some of these people, men and women, both had. Man, like I said,
Mm.
a lot of the ladies were saying, they had been 5 6 years and then it was enough. Some guys were saying the same thing. Some ladies were saying, a month, and if it didn't get no
Yeah.
better, they was out. And some guys as well, man. And then some, like I said, was saying they still in it, been in it over a decade, and they still in it. And the guy and the lady that was hosting it was saying like, nah, that's not healthy for neither
Mhm.
one, for
And
you
that's
or
what
for
I
that
was trying
person.
to get at. Like, if the person prioritized themselves and their health more, maybe they would spot that bad relationship so much quicker,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I know why I stayed in like relationships that weren't so good for me is because I stopped caring about myself so much and started
Right,
caring more about like the relationship or this other person,
right,
right? And maybe that's part of it because I don't see somebody that's they're active, they're healthy, they're got a good job doing this, like making strides in life. I don't see them allowing something to go on for so long that's not
yeah,
helping them. I
right.
just don't see that.
I get it, and like you said, that self care got to be first and foremost, man. It has to be that self care, because if you're not happy, you can't make nobody else happy. You know what I mean?
Right?
That's
Right?
just, I mean, you can't. You have to be, man. And if you're not, and if you every day you going through life and you unhappy and you ain't find no place where you're in a happy place, eventually it's gonna start bleeding off to the people around you, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, it was just interesting to see, man, and to hear some of those responses. Um, uh, 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 Vicky was saying at some point, we all tried to ride it out, hoping it would get better, but at some point you will wait. Hopefully, yeah. Uh, the lovely said maybe the lovely said you should leave when the relationship no longer serves the both of you. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
The lovely also said maybe the person won't leave because they don't want to see you happy with someone else.
Jealousy. That could be a reason.
Why a person won't leave?
Yeah.
But I
Maybe that's
think
more of a woman's reason, maybe.
I don't know, man. I don't even think I don't believe in the won't leave thing. You know what I mean? Because if you think that and you're on the other
Mhm.
side, you ain't leaving because you don't want to see me happy with nobody else. Then why are you waiting for that person to leave? Right?
Right.
You should
Right.
just leave. Yeah, that's a two-way
Yeah.
street. You should leave.
Basically.
Yeah. Um, Dan P said he would stay in as long as he could, enjoy getting the booty. When I can no longer look at her and think, dang, like the way that and he done. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. He's saying he physically ain't turned on no more. He done. It's done for him.
I mean, that's actually probably a good sign, like that you're sick of the person or done with them. If you, you know, like your attraction all of a sudden just falls off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely it's gotta be over. If you looking at this
Yeah.
person like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
What
done with this.
the
Yeah.
frying pan test? If you wake up in the morning and you feel like hitting them with the frying pan, yeah, you
Man,
you
I
you
tried to
can't just.
Google that, man. I think you made that up. I can't find that nowhere.
it's it was something on a podcast I listened to, but yeah, like it's I mean it makes sense. Like if you wake up and you look at this person and you got this like, oh, get out of my face. If you that's the first thing, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, nah. Uh-uh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Vicky said
people
people
sleep and you're
staring.
just looking at them sleep, just mad.
Damn. Yeah, that's some movie crap right there. Some first 48 stuff. Ooh wee.
Hopefully not.
Vicky
Hopefully
said
not.
people stay in relationships for different reasons: kids, security, afraid of change, or starting over. BJ, so true. Self-care. Thought I
Mm,
said that.
mm. Yeah, yeah, you said it. I said a what much longer teeth pulling thing, and then you bottled it all up with the word self care. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, like I said, man, that was interesting, man, to hear, and
Hmm.
yeah, to even get some of our listeners' perspective on that.
Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I mean that's interesting. Yeah. Hmm.
I'm gonna
Relationship.
tell you something else, man, to just kind of bleed off into that. If you are someone who has a lot of ambition
Hmm.
and you want to grow in your career, you want to grow in being a business person, so on and so forth, and your significant other kind of vetoes everything or vetoes some things that you have envisioned in your mind,
Hmm.
you that person, that ambitious person, and I just somebody needs to hear that ambitious person, you will end up resenting that person who kind of vetoed some of your dreams, right? So you might want
Definitely.
to think about that. If you're having a dream and you want, let me run it by this person, and if you keep running things by that person and they keep throwing it, kind of shooting it down, then you may want to have a serious conversation, because at the end of all, at the end, you will end up resenting that person. Then it will be bad for both of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You dig what I'm
I could
saying?
see I could see that happening both ways with men and with women.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely. That's what I'm talking about. You
yeah.
have a lot of ladies, man, that want to do different things, want to, go back to school. Um, I knew a young lady years ago. wanted to go back to school, man, and her husband didn't want her to go. He didn't.
For what reason? He just wanted to stay home.
He wanted, yeah. I want a home cooked meal. I want, da da da. And she wanted to go back to school, and yeah, it just, but hopefully she went back, because if she didn't,
Right.
I don't know what happened with it, but I can guarantee you she resented if she didn't. That's my
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
And going with what you're saying, and what we tied all that, the past conversation to self-care. if
Mm-hmm.
if she wouldn't, she wasn't doing that for herself, she's obviously listening to her husband, right? So she didn't do it. She's gonna resent him because
Mm-hmm.
that shows that he, like, okay, obviously she somewhere in her mind knows I'm letting go of my own needs and caring more about this relationship or this significant other. Yet this person isn't caring about my needs.
Mm-mm.
It's like I let go of them, hoping
Yeah.
that they would care and I would care for them. But that's not always the case. So I could definitely see how the resentment would be
Yeah.
when, you're over here sacrificing, but they
Mm-hmm.
won't also
Right.
sacrifice. It's
Right.
like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm only saying this, man, because it may save somebody a lot of heartache and pain down the road, man. If you have dreams of starting your own business or something, and or like I said, taking that manager's job at work or whatever,
Choose
and
you.
yeah, yeah, and it doesn't make you a bad person, man. It just makes you a person who is trying to be fulfilled, and who's trying to better themselves to help themselves and the people around them. You
It
know,
makes you a person. As a matter of
yeah,
fact, if you don't choose you, you're how can you be, I don't really get how you could be a person. I mean, I don't get how you could literally survive or progress if you care too much about something else more than yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and that sounds awful if people apply it that way, but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying fundamentally happiness, fundamentally health, self-care in general. I'm not saying, put everybody else, you
Mm-hmm.
know, down here and you're just the most important thing. Never that. But
Right,
definitely definitely make sure that you're taken care of first.
right. Totally agree,
Yeah.
man. Totally agree. Like I said, I just feel like it'll be some later resentment, man. Some much later resentment. And then you're gonna be looking at that person like, man, if it wasn't for him, I could have been this and this and this. If it wasn't
Mhm.
for her, man, I would have been da 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 da. I would have been this and this and this, man. It gives you
Yeah.
somebody to blame instead of
Sitting there
blaming
blaming
yourself.
them when you could,
Yeah,
yeah, turn that inwards and maybe actually turn that into like motivation
yeah,
to do it.
yeah, yeah. I can do this. Let me show you. You
Hmm.
know. Let's see.
Stampede.
Uh, what do you say?
He said, I had a friend who stayed in a relationship because they were living in a big city and shared the bills in an expensive apartment. He said he got to the point where when he came home and she was there, it ruined his evening.
Wow,
She couldn't even be there or it ruined his evening.
that is deep, bruh. How can you come home and relax in your safe haven after work? You've been at work, man. You've been dealing with the hustle and bustle of work. You're tired. You're
That's
frustrated,
rough.
probably, and now you go home and you can't
Home.
relax at home.
Can't put your legs up without just going, oh, there she
Yeah,
is.
God,
Dang,
that's
dang,
how
dang.
long do you Pete, how long do you stay in that, man? I mean, how long do you think what's the number to stay in something like that, BJ? Well, this dude is saying he came on and ruined his evening. So every day he come home, his evening would be ruined because this person was out.
So he's and so that's funny because So it sounds like he stayed in the relationship because they were living in a big city and shared an expensive apartment. So they were sharing
Hmm.
the bills. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that part. But
Right.
the relationship was failing. So it's like if you're staying because you two are in the city and sharing bills, if that's why you're staying, but you can't even come home and enjoy the place that you're sharing
Yeah.
or the person that you're sharing it with. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, Vince, this is real important. People just gotta really, maybe it takes another person to say it,
Yeah.
because sometimes it's hard to just see
Yeah.
for yourself. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you have to think about that, man. And I think that person, in most of the times, probably 70% of the time, it's the ladies who decide I can't do this no more. Men are
Hmm.
cowards, man. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I think that person who just says, this ain't none of this cool is actually, is actually helping themselves and helping that person as well. Because that person as well
right.
gotta be in misery as well, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Both
Oh
both are
yeah.
in misery, but it takes somebody with enough courage to say, man, this ain't cool. This
Mm-hmm.
ain't cool. Yeah.
Unless one person is acting really, really well and keeping the other person happy and just keeping them naive. But it's like, why would
Yeah.
you do that? You want to
I
act the
don't
rest of your life?
I don't even see how you can put the front on, man.
No,
Not if
no, I've
not if
never been able.
not if like what P saying this dude evening was ruined. He can't put that front on,
No,
man.
no,
He may
no.
can do it for
Can't,
a little while, but eventually, man, she gonna be like, damn, what's wrong with you?
man, man. Everywhere he turns, he's probably bothered. If
Yeah.
he even smelled evidence that she was
Hmm.
there, oh,
Yeah.
she
Every time she
flat
come in
ironing
the
her
room,
hair again.
every time she come in the room, man, every little thing she did, he gonna be like, man, this helping done left the damn butt out again. I hate her, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just gonna come out. He's gonna think it, man. Oh, that. Just say something real quick and go,
Yeah.
hmm, hmm.
Yeah.
Dang, did that
Uh
just happen?
what's damn P said?
Stampede also said, which is a more preferable situation? One, finding love early in life and watching the fire and passion fizzle out over time.
Hmm.
Okay. Or two, finding love later in life after your best days were left in them streets and arthritis is setting in and other health issues.
That second one, man, it a lot of that don't come with a lot of I don't that don't necessarily mean that those were your best days. I mean, your best days may be as once you get older.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hey.
Maybe. I mean, at that point you're not as I mean, you're smarter. Yeah, you may not be as physically capable of doing certain things, but you definitely more grown. You should be more grown up,
True.
which is huge. Um, not running around as much, more financially stable. As you get older, some of those things, man. So yeah, that first one is a monster.
Hmm. And I mean that's a good point right there. I think a lot of people, majority of people look at life like this where they start off at the
Hmm.
bottom, they hit their prime, which they probably think is 30s, 40s, maybe some 50s, and they just think it's like all downhill from there versus like, oh, I'm getting old, my best days are gone, this and that. But like you said, the longer you live, the more you learn. As a matter of fact, life should be like this if that's what you're focused on. There
Hmm.
should never be a thing of, oh, my best days were back then. You're like, no, you can have your best days at
Yeah,
70.
yeah, you can, man. I mean, it's simple. Just stay in good condition. Try to eat right. Stop with all that foolishness. The lovely says people put too much emphasis on their material things more than their mental health.
Hmm.
Yeah, I will
Yeah, for sure.
probably so,
For sure.
especially the celebrity types. Um,
For sure.
Sam P said he stayed for 3 months.
Yeah.
After things went sour, they wrote the contract out. She moved out when she didn't want to bump it off with him anymore. hmm. He said he got to the point where he hated the way his girl squeezed the toothpaste. Wee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was probably watching her when she ate.
Yeah.
He probably couldn't stand anything she did except when she closed the door behind her when she would leave to go
Yeah.
somewhere.
That joke would probably be happy as hell. You know, man, and people have those little conversations with their buddies, man, and with their girlfriends, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you believe, his ass squeezed the damn toothpaste in the middle? But girlfriend's like, what? Man, what are you talking about?
Just, just co-signing.
Yeah. At that point, that's when you really, man, are up to your wits end, man. When you're telling your partners, you know, man, she make me sick, man, because she leave too many damn towels on the
Mm-hmm.
cabinet. Who leave towels on? At that point, man, you gotta be like, bruh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you ain't in that no more, man. You complain about some damn towels.
And and maybe we get confused because it's okay for that to happen with family,
Mhm.
right? But I mean, not in your relationship,
Yeah.
you know. Because family, hey, you keep going. It's a forever thing, you know. Oh, man, I'm sick of the way my sister squeezes toothpaste, man, dang it. But like eventually, there's gonna be a whole completely different story or whatever. Y'all grow, y'all learn, live, love each other more. But in a relationship, I don't know. Y'all got
Right.
to do too much stuff together. Like, your family, you can go somewhere, come back, go live your
Mm-hmm.
life, come back. In a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, you don't get no time to let go of all that resentment.
Right. Yeah. You're right, man.
You don't.
You're right. Pete said, what do you think about the old saying, you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you with? I don't know. Yeah. Well, it a song or something?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Sounds like some lyrics.
yeah, that is, man. That is, man. Listen, man, real quick, Bodine, if you still here, man, Pete, you here, man. Golden State is gonna sweep Dallas, man. I know y'all fans, but I wish I had Charles in on this one, man. The Golden State just too tough, man. They up 3-0, BJ. I mean, it's a cakewalk for them, man. They don't have to do nothing to win one more game, and the series is over. You know,
And the
I don't,
series is
I don't think,
over.
yeah, that because they play 7, and you
Right, right,
know
right. So for done deal.
that's a wrap, man. And then they'll just be waiting on who, they'll just be waiting to play, the championship game. But Steph Curry and them, they too tough, man. I don't see nobody beating these guys this year. Um, Not even Boston. So, Boston is playing Miami tonight. I don't know what the score is. Can you pull it up so I can at least see the score?
Yep. Um. Yeah, I got you. Game
Yeah.
3, 109. Warriors up by 9 points. They got 109 points.
No,
Oh, that
man, the
was
Warriors
yesterday.
not
That's
playing. That's
done.
yesterday.
What what
I'm
what
talking
game did
about
you say?
the game that's on night right now, Miami and Boston. Yeah, the Warriors won yesterday, man. They got too
Hey,
much for Dallas, man. Dallas
listening
has
is a
been up
critical
and
skill.
the Warriors have came back and still won the game. They don't won in
Okay.
Dallas. They don't won in Golden in Oakland. Man, it's just too
Okay.
much, man. It's just too
The
much.
the Celtics. The Celtics are up. Here, let me show you. They got 57 points to Miami's 33.
Yeah,
Yep.
Boston.
Halftime right now.
Yeah, and they too tough for Miami, man. So we're looking at a Boston Celtic, Golden State Warrior championship, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see, you know, Steph Curry and Draymond and Clay going against Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown and Marcus Smart and the rest of these guys, man. It's gonna be a great series, man. I'm excited just even talking about it. But yeah, I mean I can't wait, man. BJ DeLovely has a question for you, man, real quick.
BJ, did you see that China launched a fake sun? A fake sun. Huh. Let me see this.
You interested?
China's.
Have you seen that?
I'm looking at it. Woo. China's $1 trillion artificial sun fusion reactor just got 5 times hotter than the sun. This experimental fusion reactor could help to unlock near limitless clean energy. Dang, China. Dang. So it set a new world record after superheating a loop of plasma to temperatures 5 times hotter than the sun for more than 17 minutes. Dang, 5 times hotter than the sun, huh?
That's hot, ain't it?
That's hot, and that's just sitting on Earth. Just like, oh, we can turn it on and do that. Like that sounds like you ever think about a scientist or somebody with the power to do certain things with technology just kind of doing the wrong thing and just blowing everybody up? You ever think about that?
I do. I have. You know,
that sounds pretty close.
All these guys that's trying this stuff now, man, they got too much power, man. They got too much money and they got too much power, and they're trying stuff. And these guys, if they all they gotta do is make a mistake, and they can do major damage. Yeah,
major. I mean, 5 times hotter than the sun, and it's
what do they even have at it, man? What I mean, it says in China, right?
Yeah, let me show you a picture of it. And this thing, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It looks like a 3D printed toy. Let me show you. Share my screen with you. Yeah, this thing right here. This looks like, I mean, it's big, but like I don't know if it's happening maybe inside of it. I don't know, but this is apparently it, and it heats up a lot.
5 times hotter than the sun.
Yeah, and you know the sun is hot.
The sun is real hot, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Guys, like if you stayed outside, you could get serious damage without sunburn, without sunblock. Serious damage.
Yeah,
you can get cancer from too much sun.
Some 5 times hotter, man. That I mean, you may just we may just catch on fire, right? If we got some paper in our pocket.
Straight through the earth. Like, dang, 5 times hotter than the sun.
Let's say you got a receipt in your pocket or something, man, some paper money, right? Should just catch on fire.
I don't know if it works that way, but I don't know how they're containing something 5 times hotter than the sun. I don't even
know how do they know it's 5 times hotter than the sun? I wonder.
Yeah, how do they test that? I didn't know we had thermometers or temperature gauges that even went that high. like what would be the need of having a thermometer that can even tell? Like, I don't even know. Some things are beyond.
We need Trump now to be on. He ain't got to be in office, but I just want to know what he think about this.
Yeah. See what he says.
Yeah,
man, that was some entertaining times when he was president.
Yeah,
I do miss the entertainment.
What the love is said, BJ? We'll shoot these comments out and then we'll shut it down.
The Lovely said, "This is so they can power the AI robots that they're building. Entertain my conspiracy theory." This is so they can power the AI robots that they're building. Man. Oh, and Stampede said they're going to use that as a weapon.
Mm.
Ooh, I don't see why they wouldn't.
I
Dang.
don't see why they wouldn't either. They got it.
Uh, China has a drop hole discovered with prehistoric trees. It's like 3 football fields big and deep. What's a drop? You ever heard of a drop hole?
I haven't.
Man,
A
just
drop
China
hole
just China got
discovered.
Narnia, China's got suns.
I guess you just walk off. I don't know. Well, she says it's got prehistoric trees in it, and it's like 3 football fields big and deep. That's like 300 yards.
A scientist discovered an ancient forest inside a giant sinkhole in China. There is a prehistoric forest at the bottom of a giant sinkhole. They just found it. They call it the Heavenly Pit, and it spans nearly 3 football fields.
Mm.
Huh. So I guess there's like all types of plants and trees down there that are considered prehistoric or something. I don't know.
Mm. Right.
That's interesting.
It
I don't
is.
get how I don't get how they discovered it. I mean,
Like
maybe this isn't. Huh? Yeah.
how they didn't like what you saying. Like how nobody knew it was there.
Yeah, yeah. Based on this picture I'm seeing, I don't know if this is accurate or not. Or I don't know if it's like maybe underground and it's inside of this, but don't you see trails and roads all around this thing?
I do.
So I don't know, like maybe no one ever went inside of the hole. I don't know. But I
Oh, nothing living.
Hmm, man,
Oh shit.
some birds probably, but I guess most animals, yeah, I guess most animals can't go down there, and we probably didn't take ropes and go venture down there. I don't know. Hey, maybe there's places like this across the world that we just aren't looking at.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep up with it, man. See who decided to go down there. See what's down there. They ought to find all kinds of stuff. I wanted a dinosaur or something down there.
Yo, like the bones or an actual like living.
Yeah, man. No one is still living, man. Trying to figure out, hey, man, what because he still got stuff down there eating on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if there's trees, maybe there is some type of prehistoric
Yeah,
creature
'cause they
living
don't eat
down there.
meat. They eat trees, leaves, and stuff.
Yeah. Something that eats leaves and stuff. Something really small, probably.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right, this is
still
getting
alive.
weird, man. It's
Yeah, I
getting
know,
weird.
right? I
Yeah.
know.
We're gonna get up out of here, man. We are going to get up out of here. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, BJ. I thank
Yeah,
everybody for chiming in. Um, yeah, you guys have a good Tuesday and come back and holler at us Wednesday, man. Bring a little
come
bit
back.
more energy Wednesday when you come. And
Come with it.
yeah. And be safe. Don't get burnt by no imaginary sun. And yeah, we'll holler at y'all Wednesday. Holla.
Peace. Gotta click the video.